Romantic homicide. A teenager recorded a song called Romantic Homicide in his sister's closet. It got 1 billion streams. 3 years later, police found a 14-year-old girl's body in his car.
Her decomposed body found in the trunk of David's Tesla.
David Burke was 16 when he started making music to avoid copyright strikes on his Fortnite videos. He recorded on an iPhone with earbuds. His song, Romantic Homicide, blew up on TikTok. 245,000 videos. Billboard Hot 100. Signed to Interscope at 17. By 2025, he was living in the Hollywood Hills, about to drop his debut album and headline Coachella. He had everything. But there was a secret. Her name was Celeste Rivas Hernandez. She was 13. Prosecutors say David began sexually abusing her in September 2023, on her birthday. She was a runaway. She was living in his house. In January 2024, she appeared on his Twitch stream. In June 2024, she was photographed backstage at his show. She was hiding in plain sight. Then, in April 2025, 2 days before his album dropped, prosecutors say Celeste threatened to expose him.
As the evidence will show in court, the financial gain was for Mr. Burke to maintain his very lucrative musical career that Celeste was threatening on that particular night.
April 11th, he performed at Coachella. April 23rd, prosecutors say he killed her inside his home. April 25th, he releases his debut album, Withered. It hits number 13 on Billboard. 2 weeks later, he allegedly dismembered her body and put it in the trunk of his Tesla. Then he parked the car on a quiet street and went on a world tour. For 4 months, he performed every night. And the whole time, she was in the trunk. On September 3rd, the Tesla got a parking ticket. September 5th, it was towed. September 8th, the day after what would have been Celeste's 15th birthday, a worker opened the trunk. He found 2 bags, a head and torso in one, arms and legs in the other. And at that exact moment, David was on stage in Minneapolis, singing Romantic Homicide to a sold-out crowd. But the investigation didn't start with the trunk. It started with the tip. She was in the trunk, he was on stage, and someone knew. A tip came in, anonymous. It pointed investigators back to a car sitting in a Hollywood tow yard. For 7 months after the body was found, David was not arrested. Investigators dug into phone records, text messages, location data. What they found was worse than anyone imagined. Trail of contact between David and Celeste dating back to September 2023. She was 13. He was 18. Prosecutors say it was continuous sexual abuse.
There are additional charges against Mr. Burke, including continuous sexual acts, lewd and lascivious sexual acts.
They found forensic evidence inside the house, and digital evidence tying him to the murder.
There is physical evidence and there is forensic and digital evidence that we intend to present in court.
April 23rd, 2025, 12 days after Coachella, 2 days before his album dropped. 40 terabytes of evidence. On April 20th, 2026, the DA filed the charges.
First-degree murder, committing this crime for financial gain, a maximum sentence of life without the possibility of parole.
The DA's words. Celeste was threatening his career, so he invited her to his home. She was never heard from again. The motive? She was going to end his career, so he ended her life. The sentence, if convicted, death. David pleaded not guilty. His attorney, Blair Burke, one of Hollywood's most powerful lawyers, said the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
Your Honor, we believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death.
They didn't explain how a dismembered body ended up in his car. They didn't name another suspect. They demanded an immediate hearing. Tonight, David Burke sits in LA County Jail. No bail. His song has 1 billion streams. His album hit number 13 on Billboard. He performed at Coachella. And prosecutors say he threw it all away to silence a 14-year-old girl. He was 17 when he recorded Romantic Homicide in a closet. He was 20 when prosecutors say he committed one. Celeste Rivas Hernandez was 14 years old. Investigators aren't just building a case. They're asking a different question. Was Celeste the only one?
I loved you before I existed, and I'll love you even when I die.
So you're telling me David purposely used Celeste Rivas' voice in his song? Footage of David's Wither tour has come out, and he would always open up concerts with Celeste Rivas' monologue. I already know there's gonna be people in the comments saying, oh, that doesn't sound like Celeste at all. Just listen to this clip from one of David's streams.
Where's your immediate?
I personally don't.
Wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? Which one?
That sounds exactly like her, just with a little bit of auto-tune, which we know David loves to use. And the worst thing is that there was an interview where David was saying that the Withered album, which this song is a part of, is all about his personal love life and the things that he's gone through, which genuinely sickens me because a lot of David's stuff is all storyboarded by him. So this part of the monologue
I loved you before I existed and I love you even when I die.
is most likely script written by David, so Celeste would say it.
So you're telling me David purposely used Celeste Rivas' voice in his song?
Right in front of our eyes, because this is one of David's songs called The Visible String Theory. David genuinely has to be one of the worst psychopaths ever, because he literally used a minor to tell him how they met, how they fell in love, and how they were meant to be. On a song all his fans raved about and can't be listened to by anyone. David was not hiding it anymore that he was with a minor. Every single one of these people that was in this video right here literally had incriminating evidence this whole entire time.